If you could give up any of your fingers, you can choose any of your fingers. And for each finger you give up, you learn a language fluently, like native fluently. Would you give up any fingers? And if so, which ones would you give up?
How many languages are actually that important? Think about it like this. What are the most important ones? Okay, obviously English, Spanish, I'd say it's a big one. Maybe French, but that's only if you want to sound sexy. And I don't care if I sound sexy. I think probably Hindi, because I'm a disgrace to all of my land, and maybe just having that little bit of knowledge would make me less disgraced. Maybe my family will actually love me. So I will say I could just chop off both my pinkies and learn Spanish and Hindi. Easy dub. Easy as dub in my life. No other fingers required, unless I want to just chop off of my fingers and become the ultimate polyglot.
I love how, like, you're thinking of languages that matter, and Mandarin Chinese and Arabic don't come to your mind.
Bro, what am I going to use Chinese for?
Bro,
I'm not going to China.
Chinese is the most spoken language in the world.
Because
I think
there's
it's
just
like
so many people. There's just so many. They're crazy. And now they're also limiting births or something like that. I don't know politics.
Dude, what are you Chinese. In the 80s?
Dark, isn't that a thing? One child per family or something? Is that not a thing?
Yeah, I think they got rid of that like a few years ago. Like, that's old news, Grandpa.
Listen, that's how out of the loop I am, all right? Listen, I don't follow these politics. What is this? The last time we got in touch with politics was the presidential debate. That is the last time we talked about it.
You mean like our YouTuber presidential debate?
That one. That's what I wanted to talk about. Yes. That was the last time we talked about politics.
Oh,
and that's the closest we'll ever get, even though we're in election season.
I do like the idea, though. I think if I didn't rely on my hands so much for my work, I do like the idea of just getting rid of all of your fingers, choosing 10 OP languages, and just getting mechanical hands.
If you want to learn sign language, does that count? Just do that one last, That'd be funny. Sign language.
You can't do sign language without
it's a forbidden knowledge, okay? You just know so much. Someone will ask you, okay, do you know sign language? And then you're just going to nod your head, yes, of course you do. And then they look at your hands.
Well, so that was funny when I saw this idea, because I got this idea from YouTube Shorts from Katya asking Jinx this, because of course I'm a Drag Race girly. Of course I am. Of course you can expect this out of me.
When were you a Drag Race girly?
Bro, Bianca Del Rio is my favorite. I watched the Bianca Del Rio movies before I watched RuPaul's Drag Race. I've been a Bianca Del Rio stan through and through.
I don't know who that is. Oh, Bianca who?
Bianca Del Rio.
Del Rio, American. Oh! I thought you meant drag racing, like cars. I was like, what do you mean by drag racing? Like I didn't know you were into cars like that.
Is that what you thought this whole time?
Yes, I was thinking, are you like really into cars? I did not know that about you. Now this is more on brand.
Oh my fucking god.
I feel both really dumb, but also not shocked that I thought this way. Oh my god. Oh,
the difference between boyhood and girlhood. The difference between boyhood and girlhood.
No, you gotta understand. Okay, my roommate, by the way, I have a new roommate now, guys. Yippee! I have a roommate who's really into cars, and he talks about racing and stuff all the time. So my brain just automatically went to cars when you said drag racing.
I literally know nothing about cars. I am a passenger princess for fucking life. And on top of that, as everyone knows, I'm a Jersey girl. I will never pump gas in my life. I don't fucking care who I have to pay, who I have to blow. I will never touch one of those fucking stupid little gas station pumps.
Oh my god. You are a little princess, god damn it. Because ever since I moved to Texas, I feel so liberated of filling my own gas. You know the worst thing in the world when you're filling your gas? Okay, I get so petrified of going to gas stations in New Jersey now because I don't trust the freaking gas tenants or whatever their title is. Like, I don't trust them at all, okay? Because there was one time, Okay, I drive a BMW. Okay, and yes, I know.
Oh,
laugh at me.
Look
Laugh at me.
you.
Laugh at
Look
me.
at you.
Laugh at me
I will
all you want.
fucking
Okay,
you on the road.
it is a decent car. It is a nice car. I like it, and I'm gonna keep it until it goes down into the ground. Okay. But the car requires premium gas because, you know, German fancy cars.
It's stupid.
It's okay, whatever. Point is, I pay more for gas. Okay, happy? Shut up. Point is that I went to a gas station and I had to tell the guy, premium, please, because, you know, that's the gas it takes. And he's like, okay, regular? And I'm like, no, not regular, because I don't want to risk fucking up the car with the wrong gas. So I was, and I did not know if he heard me or not. So he's putting the gas in, and I am stressed. I really wanted to, I didn't know if he heard me or not. So I'm just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Is my car going to die? And I have to drain out the gas tank. Thankfully, he did hear me. He put premium. But I do not want to deal with that anxiety when I'm going to the gas station, okay? I'd rather get out of my car, plug it in on my own, and know how much I'm going to fill. That is, I genuinely am in love with filling my own gas now.
No, I'm sorry. I could not be paid enough to do that. I already hate driving. I straight up would not have gotten my license if my parents didn't tell me, like, Robyn, you're getting your fucking license. You're not going to be a useless piece of shit in our fucking home. And I'm like, well, I'm always a useless piece of shit to you, so I don't think a license is going to change that. So, but they forced me to get it. And for me, I have really bad driving anxiety. And it all stems from, as a young kid, I constantly had nightmares about cars. Crashing cars, getting run over by cars, losing control of cars, getting lost in cars. Something about, like, my brain was like, this is the most terrifying thing in the world. And because of that, like, if I'm driving somewhere new, I have to, like, allot myself crying time before and after the road trip because I will have a mental breakdown. I hate driving. And there is nothing I want more in life than to just find my little soulmate that just drives me around, pumps my gas, and fucking just driving mixed daisies me my whole life.
I used to be a really, like, scary and anxious driver. Like, I was so scared to drive until I learned how to drive, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually kind of fun. I like to go 100 on the freeway now, you know?
Oh, that isn't, I think one time I accidentally went 100 because, like, I also zone out a lot, and that's why I should not be behind the wheel. Like, I'll just, like, zone out, and when I zone out, my foot goes down further. Okay, so I'll just, like, go from 60 to 90, and I'll just be like,
I don't know what it is. Okay, this is what my friends call the my brain rot in the car, okay? Like, I don't know why, but whenever I'm driving with people in a car, if I'm driving especially, like, I become 10x worse of a driver. Like, I don't know what happens. When I'm with people in a car, I like talking to people. Okay, I'm a very social person. I like to have fun even if I'm in the car. But that also means I'm not as focused on driving. So I become way more dumb and reckless when I'm talking to someone in the car. And I get multiple. This has happened literally, like, when my buddies are here. Which, by the way, so just for context, everyone, you know, if you all ever know TBH Honest, my boy, we all were hanging out in Texas. We were like, oh, let's go to Waffle House. We go to Waffle House. We get some grub, you know, and then we're on our way back. Like, I almost 3 times in a row ran a red light because I was not paying attention.
Bro!
I was just so busy talking to my buddies. And the drive, by the way, was like not even 15 minutes back home. So, like, in the span of, like, less than 15 minutes, I ran over through almost 3 red lights.
That was probably 3 for 3. You probably ran 3 out of 3 red lights.
Listen, I am not a bad driver, but when it comes to people in my car, I just, my brain just goes burr. My brain goes on autopilot. Like, I don't think, I just do.
I can't relate to that, but I do get pretty wild in the car myself. I, like, literally anytime I get into the car, it's a rave. My music all the way up. I am blasting my speakers. My Apple Watch constantly telling me that I'm
Screaming at
over
you.
my. Yeah, it's literally every week. It's like, you have hit 100% of your limit. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And they're like, my Apple Watch is like, it's Monday. You've hit 100% for this week. And it's only been 2 days, woman.
Wait, 100%
2
of
days
what? What is it again?
of like your audio limit. Like,
Oh,
it gives you
so
a
it's telling you
limit
how deaf
of
you are. Okay.
exact. But for me, it's not deaf. Like, I still hear well. I need to drown out the anxious thoughts in my head. So, like, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I hate driving, I'm so scared, I go, I'm the baddest bitch in this club. Who's the baddest bitch in this club? I'm the baddest bitch in this club.
Bad bitches be like that. Listen, I'll be stupid if you don't blast music in the car. I always blast my music in the car. It's like I have a party in my car every day. Okay, I have if the weather's nice too, roll down the windows. I will be fucking bopping. I don't care what anyone thinks. I will probably bop K-pop if I really wanted to. I've done it. I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not a big lover of K-pop, but if there's a good K-pop song, I will blast it.
I'm not like a huge K-pop stan. I'm like on and on. I'm very picky with my K-pop songs. I have a few New Jeans ones that I like. And then honestly, my favorite K-pop person of all, Psy. That man is fucking the grandfather of all K-pop. Like, Gangnam Style is like his lowest tier bop.
Damn.
He has so much good music. He came out with that recently. But my favorite one of his is Napal Baji, and he just comes out with bop after bop after bop after bop. He is a king. He is my K-pop king. Yeah, that's who I stan. You'll find me on K-pop Twitter with my Psy like K-pop fan account. That is me.
You are the biggest K-pop fan, but in all the best ways.
I'm not even a K-pop fan.
No, it's fine. You can admit that you're a K-pop fan. Okay, well, listen. I will tell you this. So I when I hung out with one of my friends, his name is Timmy. Okay, his name is Soup Timmy. He does like Roblox YouTube or not Roblox Rubik's Cube content, right on YouTube. And like him and we just hung out for the whole day last week because we were going to go to the conference, the YouTube conference thing, and like literally like we were always just bopping in the car to fucking K-pop. And I never knew a man who would just be that obsessed with K-pop. Like, he fucking loves K-pop. Like, I literally, I was playing normal music at first, and he's just kind of, like, soulless. And then I pulled up a K-pop song. It was just pulled up my rotation, and he just starts, the life in his eyes just came to him. He felt God as soon as fucking K-pop started blasting. And I was like, oh, you like K-pop? He's like, I love K-pop. It's all I listen to. And I'm just like, I bet. Pulling up the K-pop playlist now.
That's me with metal music. I feel like I'm the inverse. Like, I feel like, I don't know what he looks like or the type of person he is, but I feel like he'd be like the one to look like he's into metal, but he's into K-pop. And then you would see me and I'd be like, I look like I'm into K-pop, but I'm actually into metal. What, is he like a little twink?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Little twink Asian guy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a cool guy. So he does
not look like he's into metal.
No, he very much looks like he would be into K-pop. It just didn't cross my mind that he would be into K-pop. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Listen, okay, this is the one thing with him. He's a super nice guy, super chill man. I love him. He's great. But it's like, he also does all the Rubik's Cube stuff. And it's like, I could be like, he definitely looks like he does Rubik's Cube stuff. If you looked at him, he's like, yeah, he looks like a professional cuber. But I wouldn't want to only talk about Rubik's Cube stuff with him. I'm sure everyone walks up to him and be like, hey, yo, do the Rubik's Cube thing. Because it's to the point where he literally carries the Rubik's Cube on him at all times. Like, he doesn't leave home without his Rubik's Cube.
I've also been bad with Rubik's Cubes, so I don't think I've ever solved one ever. Even with all the tutorials out there, I think I'm just a little dummy-wummy.
I don't have the brain power or patience to learn how to Rubik's Cube. But I did want to share some little stories I had for the last week, because it's been an eventful week. So, obviously, as I mentioned before, Vid Summit. It's a YouTuber thingy conference that I hung out with TBH and his buddies. And I got to meet some cool people. But mainly, the star attraction was the one and only Matthew Patrick of Game Theory that I got to meet. It was
the real YouTube president.
You don't understand. He is the real president.
YouTube president.
Dude, I love MatPat so much. And I respect him with all my heart. And I mean that full truth. Okay. He is such a fucking cool guy. And meeting him in person I met even Stephanie too. I met his wife too. Fucking amazing people. Okay. I have to geek over it. Because this is what happened, right? So he had like a little panel. Like he was just talking about business YouTuber stuff, you know, the boring stuff that no one really cares about. But I did, obviously. But I thought it was a great talk. It was great. But I was like, I wanted to talk to him. I thought he was going to ask questions or whatever. But I was like, nope, we didn't have time for that. So I was like, man, there goes my chances to be friends with MatPat. Rip. But then I went outside. I was just talking to a bunch of my friends. And all of a sudden, my friend just turns their head to the left and they're like, Medz, behind you. I'm like, what? And I see MatPat just speed walking behind me. And I'm like, MatPat. But I stopped and I'm like, oh, fuck. He's going to the hotel. Because like right across the street of the convention center was the hotel. And he was speed walking across the street, the crosswalk. And I was like, all right, I mean, he's got somewhere to be. I don't want to be that guy. So I was like, never mind. And my friend's like, no, go stop him. Go run for him. I'm like, listen, I'm not that guy. I love MatPat, but I don't want to be that guy who just chase him down. You know, I don't want to be that guy. So I just said, fuck it, whatever. I can cut my losses there until a swarm of people or like a group of people went up to him to take pictures. The minute I saw that phone in selfie mode, I fucking sprinted across the street. I didn't even look both ways. I could have gotten hit by a car for all I care. I sprinted straight to MatPat like I was in a goddamn like in a K-drama. And it was slow motion. My eyes had hearts. I was just sprinting my way to MatPat. I don't care at that point. My opportunity was there and I was going to take it. And sure enough, I stood there as he was awkwardly waiting behind him as he's talking like some fans or other YouTubers or whatever. And I'm just sitting there awkward, like, can I talk to MatPat? I want to talk to MatPat. And also Stephanie was talking to some kid. So I was just like, can you guys please just turn around so I can talk to you, please? I would just want to get a talk. I want to just talk to MatPat, please. And that's when also my other friends ran across the street because they felt like, okay, if I'm committing, they got to commit too. So here we are just standing there awkwardly waiting for MatPat to just turn around. And then finally we locked eyes. And I was like, yes. The time has come. But this is when I actually started going fanboy mode. I completely forgot what I wanted to ask him. And I just started geeking out. I'm like, MatPat, I love your videos. Oh my God. Like I became the fucking fanboy so fast. And then he gave me a hug because I think he could tell I was being a big old fanboy. So he gave me a hug and I felt love for once. I felt true love for once in my life.
True love.
And then I started talking to him about YouTube stuff. I asked him like, I don't remember. I don't even remember what I asked him. I literally asked him some sort of like question of like, oh, how do you manage your business, buddy? How do you do this, man? And I asked him, what is the hardest skill to train somebody in your team, and how did you go about it? That was the question I asked. So, you know, how would I train your ass, basically? How do I make you better? You spelled that wrong.
What do you mean?
You put 2 T's.
Oh, bro, like I fucking give a shit.
But anyways, yes, that Matthew Patrick there. Yes, that man. The guy. Yes, the white man.
Your hero.
My hero. He is my hero. I don't care what anyone says. He is my YouTube hero. I don't care. He's my S tier YouTube hero. And you know what? You know what my friend tried doing? You know what TBH asked him? He was like, hey, can I get your number? The man had some big ass balls to ask MatPat for his number. Like actual humongous balls. Obviously, he said no. But sorry, I just saw your selfies. For a second. I'm not gonna ignore it. I just saw your selfies of just the fucking neck pose.
Oh, you my just tits?
Yeah, that too. I didn't want to address it. I felt bad.
It's okay.
I didn't want to be that guy.
It's okay.
You know?
I'll show my tits to everyone later.
Oh, great. Yes, OnlyFans dropping soon near you. Oh yeah. And Ian from Smosh was there too.
Really? I love Smosh.
He was there. I couldn't actually get a picture with him though.
Oh.
I couldn't find him. My other friend did. He got a picture with him. Ian was there. But it's so funny too. The first thing he fucking asked him was, dude, I love the Smosh movie. Like, that's the first thing they mentioned to him. And I was like, dude, that is the funniest and most fucked up thing you could do to the guy. It's so funny. Even before, you know, Eric, he's another like YouTuber that like kind of similar to Mr. Beast's thing. Like, he does like challenges. He's also a big creator. So my friend also, because like when we first walked into the convention center, Eric was just right there. Like he was just chilling outside. And I was like, I don't know if I want to talk to Eric. You know, like I don't really know what I could talk to this guy about. But TBH, he didn't give a fuck. He went straight over to him. He just strutted his stuff straight to Eric. And the first thing he said was, yo, dude, I love Pizzafy. Great shit. And like Pizzafy is like Eric's like the food brand. And basically like it's just a sauce that turns anything to taste like pizza, whatever it is.
Oh, interesting.
But he's just like going up to him and be like, yo, I love your shit. And Eric's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. Really cool. And he was just like kind of weirded out because he just walked up in the most awkward way possible. But then we walk away and he said this as loud as he could to make sure Eric could hear. Yeah, I never had Pizzafy before.
That's
and then Eric gave us a fucking look, dude. He gave us a fucking like a fucking pissed off look. Like
no offense, well deserved. I don't know who Eric is, and I'm sure like even if he's a shithead, like I think giving you a look like that was 100% justified.
But then I couldn't even show my face to him the entire time. I felt so fucking awkward about that. Like I would have wanted to say hi to Eric, but like ever since that he knew my face. He looked at me. He knew my face. He knew what I was a part of.
He knew.
Listen, I would have if I had the balls. I probably would have clowned on him too. But man. What are you doing to MatPat right now? What are you doing to his eyes?
Just taking away his eyeballs. Don't mind me. Keep speaking, baby girl. I'm
sorry. He looks like some horror movie fucking character. Like his eyelids are just like sewn through his eyeballs. Dear God.
It's not my fault that the whites of his eyes are a little less white in this picture.
Oh my God. What else happened at the Vid Summit? I got a bunch of free shit. I got too much free shit, actually. You don't understand? They were giving away, so every hour of the convention, they were giving away free YouTuber merch, right? Like any YouTuber merch. So like clothes, food products, like some even beauty products, like random ass shit. And I managed to get so much free garbage and some good stuff too, honestly. Like it's insane. I probably have at least $500 worth of YouTuber merch that I got, minimum. Like I got a bunch of Feastables. I got like 3 mouse pads from I Am Wildcat, which I shouldn't have had 3 mouse pads, but we don't talk about how I stole them. You know, I mean, not stolen, just grabbed them conveniently. Convenient. They were just, they were there. They were just there.
I can't judge. You're doing it for real shit. I do that shit with like diner butter packets. Like that's what I use my skills for. Oh yeah.
When I go to a diner, I just put the Tabasco sauce in my purse and make sure no one sees it.
Dude, I could go on about the stories. My mom has stole dinner plates and cups. Oh, she taught me well. But
I had one time where one of my friends literally like he just yoinked like those sauce containers from a restaurant, and I'm like, "Why'd you take it?" He's like, "It's free." I'm like, "What do you mean it's free? It belongs to the restaurant." All right, buddy. I still took it. I mean, he took it for me, so I just grabbed it, and I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Walk back in and give it to them?" At that point, that's just embarrassing. I'm like, I guess I just got a free little sauce dipper container.
I would so do that with the IHOP little bird syrup pours. I would steal that.
Oh my God. I actually would see you stealing that one. I could probably steal that too. They are pretty good.
They're very birds. They're cute little birds.
Are you talking about the ones that have like the lever in the back and you just pull it like
yeah.
I could see that. I could see you copping those.
Cute.
Are you making MatPat look really concerned? He looks so fucking high, dude. What did you do to him?
These were his eyeballs. Like that's just
wait. Dude, wait. Can you please undo and redo it over and over? Undo and redo it. Like it looks like he's just blinking, and he's like, he's like, guys, please help me. Please, this guy won't leave me alone. Fucking it up now. You're making it worse. You're giving him 4 eyes. Oh, that's so funny. I feel so bad for anyone listening to the audio. You guys are not understanding how stupid this looks unless you open it on your phone. Which, if you haven't already, be sure to rate us 5 stars while you already opened your phone. Or subscribe. We would appreciate it.
Honestly, just watch the YouTube video too. I've already promised you tits. I promise I'll deliver. You can't see my tits on Spotify.
Technically they can.
Wait, really?
I upload it as a video. So technically they could.
Oh! So, okay, then never mind.
Yep,
Spotify
you could
listeners, still like listen to and watch both, like just cuz.
I don't know, man. I don't know what Spotify people do. I'm only uploading there because it's convenient
Mm.
and it's easy. And also I get to write off Spotify as a business expense. It's all tactical. I'm a YouTube brain.
I illegally download all my music, so I don't know that
LimeWire
luxury.
using ass.
Actually, I use like YTPM3 or something like that.
YTPM YouTube music player.
I don't know. It's the website I always use, and I just yoink.
Yoink. Yeah. Never
Yoink.
come on, pirating is bad, Robin. What if you download like a virus or, porn?
Oh no!
Oh,
what if
no.
I accidentally download porn?
Oh,
no! What will I ever do? My innocent, pure, virginal thoughts. They're now tainted. They're tainted. Oh, my virginal mind.
You need to
It's been
stop. Now you're creeping into OnlyFans territory now. Now we're gonna have to ask people to charge us to hear this. Guys, this is gonna become a paid exclusive episode now.
Subscribe to our Patreon
Please.
to hear me talk about my virginal thoughts.
Come on, guys. If the yard can make like what $50,000 a month, we can make at least one.
We can make $1 a month or
$1 a
1,000.
month on Patreon, probably including Patreon's cut. It'll probably be like 30 cents each for us.
Hell yeah! You want to know what I could buy for a whole 30 cents?
What can you buy? Okay.
Half a
I thought you were gonna say
condom.
nothing. I thought that was a big brain bit right there, but then I realized it was just your gears turning. You could have just stayed quiet and made that an even better bit, but you ruined it. You ruined it.
I
Oh,
ruined
no.
it.
You ruined
I
a good
ruined
bit.
it with half a condom.
Listen, condoms are expensive. They are so expensive. I've seen it. They're like $22 for like an 8-pack. Like, are
Bro,
you
but
kidding me?
Do you know how much Plan B is?
Okay, well that's why you don't get to that point, okay? That's why you don't get to that point. Fuck that.
Plan B's just for the idiots who have money to flush down the toilet. Instead of flushing my money down the toilet, I flush my cum down the toilet.
Just jerk off into the toilet, guys. It's easier. Saves you so much time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Where was I at? Vid Summit? Yeah, Vid Summit. I'm trying to think what else I did. I'm trying to see what else I did during that.
Did you come into the toilet?
I did not come into the toilet. I can tell you that. Oh, I have to say the actual story behind Vid Summit. Okay, so the thing about the conference is that the tickets are $1,000 and it's expensive. Okay, I'm not dropping $1,000 on a ticket. All of us were also not willing to spend $1,000. Okay, all of us that went. The thing is, we thought we could sneak in because we had went last year and there was no security. Anyone could just waltz on in, no problem. So we were like, fuck it. They might do it again. Let's just walk on in. That wasn't the case. Remember Timmy? Well, Timmy was my inside man. And he was like, hey, yo, I asked him, like, hey, well, what's the security situation look like? And he's like, they're checking IDs. They're pretty strict this year. Metal detectors and everything. And I was like, oh,
Bro.
fuck. We were all like, oh, shit. This puts a damper on our plans. Because they all flew out here without a ticket just to go to this conference and sneak in. So we were all like, oh, shit. I mean, I was like, fine, because obviously I live in Dallas. But for them, they were like, oh, shit. We might have to think of a plan B for what to do in Dallas for the next week. But we were determined. Okay, I was determined. I was like, no, we could sneak in somehow. We'll figure it out. But obviously we really didn't know what to do until one of our buddies got access to this special link. And for some reason, this link allowed anybody to just get a ticket for free. We don't know how he got it. We don't know where he got it, but we can literally sign up our names and get a ticket. And when he put his name in, wouldn't you know it, he got a confirmation email and he got his badge all sent to him. But we were like, okay, we can't do this like one. We have to be careful. We can't like drive. We can't be sus about this one. We got to like play cool. So we all just one at a time did it hours from each other just so we wouldn't get flagged. But what freaked us out though was that like the whole day, none of us got the notification. So we thought we got made. We thought it was fucked. We thought we couldn't get it until like an hour before we were considering to go register. We all got the notification. And we're like, we're in, boys. So we all just waltzed on in, scanned our badges, and it worked. We got in. No problem. We just saved $5,000 from going into this conference.
That is freaking insane.
We barely made
that
it.
is
Oh my god.
so fucking crazy. You know, like those guys or girls that do that stuff, like I respect them so much. Like the people who like pirate and get shit for free. I'd love to just take one of them out to dinner one
Listen.
day, really treating them because they are the heroes.
I have
in
paid
this
for
world.
it every other year, okay? I paid for it twice. This is just my civil duty, okay? I feel like I'm owed. I feel like, you know, this is what I've earned.
$1,000 per ticket is insane, though.
But you got to think about
That's
it. It's like
crazy.
a professional kind of conference. Like that's the way they position it. You know, it's like at the company I worked at, they literally would sell tickets for like $1,500 a ticket for like a professional business conference. And that's how they're trying to make it look like, which honestly it is. Cause like, it's just a bunch of YouTubers. Like everywhere you go, you're going to see YouTubers. And like literally the first year I went, I walked on in, I see the whole Mr. Beast team. I see fucking like Markiplier, or not Markiplier, but like I see Ryan Trahan. I see all these YouTubers and I'm just like, I'm just like losing my shit. They're just everywhere. Like I'm like, it feels wrong to see this many YouTubers in one space. But now it's just I've gotten used to it. But like, it's just like an interesting experience. So overall, seeing YouTubers in person, it's like I can touch you now, and it's like, and it's, you know, versus like VidCon, like there's gonna be fans there too, but like this is just pure YouTubers. Like there's no fan interactions. It's just like, hey, yeah, what's up, YouTuber fellow? It's me, other YouTuber fellow.
Yeah. It's like an opportunity to connect and network more than anything.
It gives me an excuse to be awkward and walk up to people. You know what's even better? Fucking my TBH is a menace. Like literally, he went up to some guy as well. Like I didn't know him, but I think he recognized him on Twitter or something. And he walked up to him. He's like, "Yo, bro, what you smell like?" And he just goes up to him and takes a deep sniff on his like fucking neck.
Oh,
but you can only do that at a YouTuber conference, okay?
I don't even know if you can get away with that at a YouTuber
He got away
conference.
with it. He did it multiple times to people. And everyone just laughed it off and they thought it was funny. Like it wasn't like an awkward laugh either. It was like, yo, bro, what the fuck? In a funny way.
That is stuff that you can't even get away with at like an anime convention. And there's some freaky people there. I've dealt with some fucking freaks at anime conventions. That's sort of a new look.
Literally,
get his ass kicked.
I'm gonna just start sniffing people from now on. I think it's a great way to introduce yourself.
What are we, dogs?
Kind of,
bro.
I'd
be a German Shepherd.
German Shepherd. I don't. What would I be?
What, you don't think I'd be a German Shepherd?
Not really. No. I feel like pug energy.
Okay, pug is respectable. Pug and Pomeranian, I accept. There's nothing that pisses me off more when someone says Chihuahua.
I was gonna say Chihuahua might be up there, but I feel like you get that a lot.
I get it a lot, but then I also sit there and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a whole lot friendlier than a Chihuahua, and I'm a whole lot fluffier than a Chihuahua. So, like, pugs are, like, chunky, and I have breathing problems as well, because my face is, I have, like, adenoids, which are, like, tonsils in your nose. So, like, pugs I relate to a lot, but then I also like Pomeranians, because they're, like, fluffy and cute, and I like to pretend that I'm desirable in some way. So
if I were to be a dog, I feel like I have heavy golden retriever energy, but I think I would be a chocolate retriever or chocolate doodle or whatever the fuck they call it. You know, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, chocolate lab.
Chocolate lab. Yeah, that guy. That one.
That guy.
That dude right there. Yeah, that's what I'd be. Yeah.
I feel like you definitely do. I think you definitely do. But I think the one thing that like people don't like give enough about German Shepherds, and I have 2 German Shepherds, they are fucking menaces. They are crackheads. They go fucking apeshit. I have 2 German Shepherds, and they are like bouncing off the walls constantly. My mom thought it was such a great idea to just leave our 2 German Shepherds out. Like, the one is old enough. She's older than a year, so she knows how to behave a little bit. Still a little crazy, but knows how to behave. The other one's still a puppy, and she's like so smart. She knows how to open doors, but she also has a weird obsession with the toilet brush, and she just like loves chewing on it.
Skinwalker.
So my mom like leaves the dogs out for like not even 30 minutes in between from when she leaves and I come home. And my entire bathroom is in the living room. Like, my dog brought down the toilet brush, the plunger, the trash can, the toothbrushes. Like, I think if she could have I think if she could have updone the plumbing, I would have found my toilet in the living room. She just completely renovated the whole bathroom.
Actual cat energy, though. That is such cat energy. Like, that is literally like only cats would do that. Like, dogs just chew shit up and ruin it, but full ass moving your entire bathroom is purely cat energy.
I guess my German Shepherds were raised by cats, so that makes a lot more sense.
That makes so much sense. Or they're skinwalkers.
They're skinwalkers.
If they're opening doors and shit, no, you don't. I don't fuck with that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lock all my doors.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned on the podcast the time that my dog locked me out of my house.
You have. Yes. Like, your dogs are actual skinwalkers.
She locks doors on me. She opens doors on me. She knocks doors like a human. Like, she'll use her tail to go, like, on my door. That's crazy. She's terrifying.
I need to see this dog now. I need to see how terrifying this dog is.
Let me send you a picture.
I'll find the zipper for you, too.
The zipper?
It's 100% a human in a dog costume. Have you seen that? There's, like, a video of a guy like in a dog like in a very realistic dog costume, like a Japanese guy. Like,
yes,
I need to find this now. It is genuinely terrifying to me. If I look up man in dog suit, realistic dog suit, yes, this guy. It is so terrifying. He spent 2 million yen, $15,000.
Bro, that's a respectable furry, though. That is like
is this even a furry anymore? Is this really even a furry anymore? Like,
well, so then what else would you categorize it? Like a Therian, like the people who are fully convinced that they are animals?
I feel like that would be it. Like, it says, I became a rough collie because I wanted to be an animal. I feel like furries are like, there's personas behind them, you know? Like, there's like, oh, I'm like Sparkle Dust, the dragon, or like, oh, I'm Wolf, the border collie.
That's so furriest.
But that's literally, am I wrong? This is real though. This is honestly, this is way better actually. I would wear this. I would wear this costume. I would buy this. $110.
But you don't realize how much furries invest into their costumes.
Like, I know they invest a shit ton of money.
Where they get their money is insane. Actually, one of my many Pinterest memes is about that.
If you could see my face right now, I'm like terrified. Imagine you saw this in the wild. Like, imagine you saw someone like this.
I'd probably be the one in it. I'd probably be the one in it.
This is a man.
This is a man.
Korea Boo. What an amazing website. Like, I mean, that's okay. If you look it up close, it looks very not. It looks like a taxidermy.
Yeah.
But like,
that's so cute.
No, hold on. I need to find the how he sits in it. There's like a where is it? There's like a drawing explaining what he looks like when he's in it, and it's unsettling to say the least. I don't know. I need to find it now. Man in realistic dog suit. How he right here. Look, like,
I feel like that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. Me no like
I like the way you're describing it. I thought he was gonna like be twisted around, one leg backwards, one arm like up his butthole. Like, I was expecting something a little more,
a little more terrifying.
Like, he's just in the same position I do when I go up and down the stairs. Like,
you slide your knees down the stairs?
No, like, I don't slide my knees down the stairs. Like, you know, when you walk on all fours and you're like, okay,
I don't on the regular.
I'm still short enough to do that.
Stairs. It's been such a long time since I've done that. I need to get back on that. You know what? Fuck it.
You need to get back on.
I need to get back on that grind of crawling on all fours up the stairs. Also, I think you sent me dog pic.
Yeah, I sent you dog pic.
Hey,
Levi is on the left. Scout is on the right.
Scout and Levi. They're kind of like inverted too.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things. The best way I see it is Levi's a butch lesbian while Scout is a lipstick lesbian.
What
Like
is wait?
Scout has like
What is a lipstick lesbian?
femme. They're the twinks of lesbians.
Makes sense. I'll just say that makes total sense. I don't know anything
You're
about
bu-
that. I'm not knowledgeable in this genre.
You're not knowledgeable about lesbians.
I'm
and
a
don't
professional
worry,
in
I
gothism,
don't-
but not a professional in lesbians. I know the subgenres of goths thanks to you.
Now I need to educate you on the subgenres of lesbians.
The next lesson. I can't wait.
I can't wait to learn about lesbian.
I mean, it has happened to me multiple times where a person I will talk to that I'm interested in will end up being lesbian. So maybe I do need it for my own personal knowledge so I don't fall into that trap again of liking a girl and then all of a sudden they're gay.
Dude, if I could teach you how to identify a lesbian, I'd be getting bitches right now. I struggle. I was getting the most bitches when I was wearing flannel. Ever since I stopped wearing flannel, I don't get bitches anymore.
The flannel I know is a telltale sign. No, you got the flannel, yeah, and short hair, most likely not straight. That's from my understanding.
Yeah, but I want to be like a pretty princess with another pretty princess. Like I can't be a butch my whole life. I'm not a butch.
Sorry, every time you say Butch, I just think of Butch Hartman. I don't know why. My brain just goes straight to Butch Hartman and his saggy ass face of a drawing that he has for his profile picture. I don't know. I'm gonna just pull it up just so people can see for context. I don't know why that's what pops up in my brain. But anyways, you were saying about lesbians.
I don't have anything further to say about.
Oh, I thought you were gonna elaborate further. I thought you were gonna give me a mini crash course on like the subgenres.
No, I'm saving that for the PowerPoint, Meds. I will take any excuse to make a PowerPoint.
Of course you would. You take any excuse to do anything. Also, this is Butch Hartman's freaking profile picture. I just it looks.
I forget he doesn't have the Fairly Odd Parents one anymore, and that he has that. When
weird.
You said profile picture, I was thinking of like his Fairly Odd Parents one where he's like the Giga Chad, and I was like, saggy face, like he popped off with that, and then I forgot that is his current profile picture.
It is, and he's fully on like the Christian broadcasting app thing that he's making.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Ugh.
Wait, Danny Phantom is 20 years old?
That's like the show?
The show, yeah.
Oh, whoa. I guess, yeah.
God. My brain just I'm old. Oh god. Oh no, I feel so old.
I love Danny Phantom.
I miss old animations. Which teaser? We may or may not be doing something. We might not be doing a little tier list video again.
Police.
I do love our tier list videos, even though we've only done one.
Yeah, but I think this one's gonna be good. I remember when I was talking to you about the idea too. Meds was like, "Hey, let's do another tier list video," and you know what? Let's do cartoons. And as just a cartoon connoisseur, I literally was scraping up any possible cartoon that I could think of, and I handed him the whole list. And I'm like, "This is only a few of the ones that like I remember and I watched," and he's like, that list is huge. I forget how many like different ones I listed. I think it was like 25 or 30 cartoons I listed. And I'm like, dude, I barely scratched the surface. This is just the ones I watched and remembered and cared about. These aren't even the ones that I like skipped over and didn't care about or just might have never found out about. And it's like, especially like there's like super niche ones, like one of my favorite ones, Hero 108. That one was like a prime, like niche missing cartoon that like I remember like once every 3 years.
I'm trying to think I haven't even looked at the list yet. I have not looked at that list at all. I'm a bad co-host. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm going to talk about the niche ones because I have a feeling those aren't going to make it on the video. Oh, there were some that I didn't put on because I had a feeling like barely anyone would know about it. But I saw a YouTube short talking about goth children cartoons, and they were like, oh, here are all these like super niche goth children cartoons. And I'm like, oh, I love learning about new cartoons. I knew every single one of them and watched them all as a child. Like Making Fiends, Edgar and Ellie. I forget it was like an Ian and E name.
Edgar and what?
Edgar
And Ellen.
And Ellen, yeah.
Oh, okay, this was a show? It's also a book?
Yeah.
Apparently? It looks familiar.
I watched that one. Then there was another goth one where it's like this girl raised by bugs. I can't think of the title of that one. So it was Making Fiends, that one. And Ruby Gloom. I think Ruby Gloom I did put on the list.
These are really obscure shows. I have never seen this before.
It was on Netflix. When I was growing up, it was on Netflix, and I binged. I would literally jump from watching anime to Ruby Gloom.
How would you rate the show out of 10?
Ruby Gloom, I rate like a solid like 7, 8 out of 10, where I felt like it was good quality. It was really, really enjoyable. I had good replay value, but it's definitely more on like the younger side, but it's a lot of fun. This
is for the up and coming goth kids. You know, this is like the kids that are just still figuring themselves out, and they see this show and they're like, I am now goth girl or boy.
It is. It's literally like for like children who are of like that alternative like genre, like still trying to like discover themselves. And it's nice. And like another one that I grew up with, I didn't put it on the list because technically it's like a web series. It wasn't a TV show. Monster High. I grew up on Monster High.
I've heard about that one. I've heard about that one. I know.
That one's more mainstream. I loved Monster High.
I hated it, honestly.
That's the Gen 1. What of course you hated it.
This
show was made for me.
Show.
It was made for me.
I just hated seeing it everywhere when I was a kid.
Bro.
I don't know why. It was like,
I went feral every time I saw Monster High. I still love Monster High. I love Cleo Denial. She's one of my favorites. I love Deuce. I always loved Draculaura, and I love that they made Draculaura like heavier. I love Abby. I love Monster High. I love Monster High. I love Monster High. I love Monster High.
She do love Monster High.
But yeah, I had a bunch of obscure ones on that list, but those are like the ones that like really resonated with me.
I kind of do fuck with Draculaura. I will say that. She do kind of got a cool aesthetic.
Who doesn't fuck with Draculaura? Draculaura is the queen bee. She's not the queen bee in the show, but she is the queen bee in our hearts.
Look, the hair, I respect. I respect the hair. Like, what is the lore of this show? Like, what is the point? Like, are they just monsters in high school?
Okay. Time.
Oh dear God! Well, oh no! So what have I done? What have I done?
It is just monsters in high school. All of the characters are like the sons or daughters of like major monsters, and there's just this high school where they are all hosted. So Draculaura is the daughter of Count Dracula. Cleo Denial is the daughter of, I forget which Egyptian guy that they chose, but she's the daughter of like an Egyptian pharaoh. Frankenstein is the daughter of Dr. Frankenstein, not like Frankenstein's monster, from what I remember. Claudine Wolf is just like the daughter of a werewolf. She has like several sisters and brothers. Gulia, she's just like a zombie, daughter of a zombie. I don't know if there's like a particular name for her parent. Laguna Blue, she's like just daughter of a sea monster. But then they get like into more specific ones. Like they have a Jekyll and Hyde character. They have Operetta, the daughter of the Phantom of the Opera. I'm trying to think. They have Rochelle Ghoul, or Gargoyle. I forget.
All I'm hearing right now,
but they have Rochelle.
All I'm hearing is that this entire show is just a ripoff of Clone High. Just saying.
No. No. I almost want to say that This came out before. Oh no, did it come out after?
It definitely came out after. Monster High show, when did that come out?
Well, it was a web series at first. So you got to find the initial web series.
2010.
No, those are the 3D movies. That's not the initial web series.
I'm looking at the Monster High Wikipedia right now just to prove you wrong. Where did this show start? When did this show first start?
You're looking at Gen 3. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Why are there so many versions? Okay, I just want to find the original.
Because when you get into these if you think of My Little Pony, Transformers, Monster High, these have repeated generations. So like when you get into the My Little Pony fandom, you gotta answer which generation you're talking about. Are you talking about Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4? I think now Pokemon. We're on Gen 5. And I will murder you in your sleep.
I just want to find the original so I can prove your ass. Okay, this one's the original. This is 2022. Never mind. They're all there's some. There's gotta be the old one. 2010.
Oh my god.
It's 2010. It is a clone
still not a copy
ripoff.
No, it is not. It's not even the same kind of content. Not
I'm
even
just
the
saying
same
the concept is similar. Hey, you have you have the children of these famous big monster movie characters all going to a high school. Oh, look, Clone High. The children of famous historical figures going in high school. I don't know. You tell me.
You know what? But Monster High literally has no connection to Clone High. It has more connection to Barbie because I think it started from there was Barbie and then they wanted to make Barbie more for teens. So one of the staff members on Barbie made My Scene. And then when My Scene didn't fully take off or she was looking to pivot, there's someone on YouTube who did a really good overview of it. But then once that wasn't working, she pivoted to making her own content, and that's where the idea Monster High came from. It came from the idea of making more unique looking fashion dolls. So literally no connection to Clone High. Fuck off.
I'm just being an avid Monster High hater. Okay, the inner child in me is just wanting to burn that show to the ground.
You know what? I also can't judge because that's how I feel about Digimon. So
we'll talk about it when we record that episode.
Yeah,
okay?
That one, my hatred for Digimon, that I'm gonna save for you, baby boys. Mwah.
She got it locked and loaded and saved for you all to listen to. Oh damn! I was gonna say the other. What was it? I was gonna say Barbie. Okay, I've seen a couple episodes of the Barbie show on Netflix because of my sister. And they ain't half bad. The writing's actually pretty good in those shows. Weirdly enough, it's pretty good.
Wait, Barbie's on Netflix?
There is some Barbie show on Netflix. Yeah, there's one of the older ones, like Barbie's Dream House or whatever.
Oh, The Life in the Dream House.
I think it was that
one. With Raquel. Yeah,
I think so.
That one slaps.
That one genuinely slaps, and I have considered making a whole video on it until Ted Nivison did, and then I screamed and cried.
But you know what? Doesn't mean you can't make it better. You could just do what I do.
What's the point, Robyn? The Barbie movie's out. The Barbenheimer craze is over. There is no point.
Okay.
Okay. I listen to boss. I do not want to make him angry.
Well, so I was coming up with different thumbnail ideas for this one. A lot of them just involve you harassing people while drunk.
Wow, is that what you think of me? Is that who you think I am? Because it is constantly true. That's why I do not go under the influence, because I will harass you.
So I like this one with MatPat if we want to use his face. But I also do sort of like this one where I have you as a party god. And it's
I could be a party god. I could. That's tempting.
And I like the upward crotch angle. I can even give you a little. No,
don't give me a bulge. Do not you dare give me a bulge. I'm an alien. I have no genitalia. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who said it was genitalia? Oh, maybe it's just yes, another
it's my ray gun. It's my ray gun down there. Yeah, I keep my ray gun strapped. Oh yeah. Oh dear God. Oh yeah, I'm strapped with my ray gun right there. It's yes. I'm pissing. I mean, my blast and my ray gun, right? Oh, that's a big blast in my ray gun. I'm done. I'm done. That's today's episode. We are done. Thank you guys so much for listening in. We will see you next week with another episode. So see you guys around. Thank you for listening. And I'm going to kiss myself on the forehead. Mwah.